All right, so for number 38, we need to decide which of four molecules best represents the pictorial diagram. And so we have a pyramidal geometry with a lone pair and three atoms rendered in green that are bonded to the central atom rendered in red. That is most consistent with PF3. Of course, phosphorus has a lone pair in its ground state, very much like nitrogen. And so the credited response for number 38 is D. Moving on to number 39. During a phase change, the temperature does not change. So if I were to draw just a quick heating curve, this is where I am in the solid state. This is where I am in the liquid state. This is where I'm in the gas state. During the conversion where the temperature, so basically we have temperature versus time. So during the time where temperature doesn't change, all the heat is going into breaking IMFs, and so this is my solid to liquid equilibrium. This is my liquid to gas equilibrium. This is my gas to plasma equilibrium. Of course, plasma is an ionized gas molecule. And so during the plateaus is when the phase change is taking place. So for example, if you were to run a distillation in organic chemistry, you would know that you are undergoing the phase change when the temperature levels off. This is best represented by the credited response C. Number 40. Which change is endothermic? Remember, that's going to be going from solid to liquid to gas. Sublimation goes from solid to gas, and so choice C is endothermic. Deposition would be exo, so you can eliminate A. Freezing, going from liquid to solid, is exothermic. And water condensation is also exothermic. So the best answer for number 40 is choice C. Number 41, which of the following concentration units changes with temperature? That is molarity, because molarity, or capital M, is moles of solute per liter of solution. And volume will change as temperature changes. And the volume changes because the density changes as the temperature changes. So number 41, the best answer is B. 41, when you have carbon 14 undergo beta decay, it releases an electron and it produces nitrogen 7. The math has to be conserved. 7 minus 1 is 6. 14 plus 0 is 6. Best answer for 42 is C. Number 43. If we start with 1,000 micrograms, after one half-life we'll have 500. After 2 we'll have 250. After 3 we'll have 125. After 4 we'll have 62.5. After 5 we'll have 31.25. Then we'll have 15.625. And then we're going to have around 7.8. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, but less than 7 half-lives. So it's between 48 to 56 days. The best answer is 48. It's not a great answer, but it is the best one that remains. And number 44. All you need are the stoichiometric coefficients of the slow step, so the rate constant K times NO squared, which is credited response A. All right, on the home stretch now. Number 45. If you have a galvanic cell and the E cell reduces, what has happened, and you can see this from the Nernst equation, concentration of products. In this case, the product is going to be zinc 2 plus over the reactant, which is Cu 2 plus. If this goes down, either the zinc is more concentrated, which makes this larger, or the copper is more dilute. One of the two. And if you look at choice C, you get the first option, more concentrated. So this log is a larger number. You're subtracting a larger number from 1.10, which means E cell is going to go down. Answer choice C is the credited response. Number 46. If the temperature goes down, that means that the delta H is negative. If a gas is produced, the delta H is positive, sorry. Delta H is positive because it's endothermic, which means delta S must be positive. And the fact that something occurs means the delta G is negative. Put all this together and answer choice C is the best answer. 47, if you have the equilibrium constant for the forward reaction, the reverse reaction will be the reciprocal. So we're told that K for the forward is 2 times 10 to the 5th. So basically we just want to take the inverse of the entire equation. We can do that on our calculator and find it's 5 times 10 to the minus 6, which corresponds to answer B. 48 is an interesting problem. It's one I introduced to you guys at the very beginning of the semester. I have 46% ethanol, so let's assume we have 46 grams of ethanol, which very conveniently is 1 mole of ethanol because the molar mass is 46 grams per mole. That leaves over 54 grams of water. That's 100 minus 46. And 54 grams of water, very nicely and conveniently, is 3 moles of water. So the mole fraction of ethanol is 1 over 1 plus 3, which is 1/4, which is 25% or 0.25. Answer choice A. Number 49. We know that we can only determine reaction order if we do an experiment. That's answer choice C. And finally, number 50. Common ion effect. B, it would be less soluble. Also, it's less soluble because that's a nonpolar solvent, and sodium chloride is obviously a polar ion. So that takes us through all the solutions for the second mock exam. If you have any questions, please email me throughout the day. The final is scheduled to start tomorrow at 9:45. That is the time it is scheduled to start, 9:45. It is a 1 hour and 10-minute exam, which means we will be done at 11:35. I should have your grades finalized probably by Friday. Okay? Take care.